until she finally says something that makes sense. Now I have to figure out what he means by saying it agrees. What do you mean by a guy who agrees? Jalka thought for a few seconds and then looked at me.
You like stories of adventurers and heroes, right?
I nodded in confusion.
Do you want a quiet life?
I did the same.
Now you realize, my sister aspires to the same thing. You know they can get along.
I looked at her confused.
Talk to her. Believe me, you'll get along.
I don't know what to believe. Why should I trust her? I remained confused until she told me something else.
You know that the lightning blessing combines with the fire blessing, right?
That definitely caught my attention. I've heard of blessing combinations, but in combat with one or more partners. My sister and I can already do some combinations, but it wouldn't be bad to see how it would work with someone else with a different element. I took a step back to give Jalka some space. Okay, now you have my attention. Jalka took a step forward and shook his arm a little.
My parents were in the heroic society. They were important members. I won't tell you my reasons. I think you know why?
Why did you cause their deaths? Jalka smiled.
Exact.
Now the question is, why would I do something like that? I would love for you to tell me why. Jalka started walking around the course.
Why would I do that? I think it's an easy question to answer considering we're not that different. After all, I'm also an older sister, just seconds apart, but it still counts.
So the conversation turned into one between older brothers. With this I can see that things are going to get quite personal.
Your sister Hanae, you haven't wanted to, even Once, protect her. Protect her smile? Tell her while she cries from wounds and broken bones, your older brother will protect you from bad men.
Jalka stopped to look at me. I remained silent for a few seconds until I could answer. Though in those seconds, I was reminded of Hanae's smiles and laughter, including those from a few hours ago. There have certainly been moments like that, from when we went to see if we had a blessing, and during training. Jalka approached me.
How did you feel in both?
I stayed thinking for a few seconds. I never really thought about those situations in depth. I don't really know. At first our parents said they wouldn't care if we didn't awaken a blessing for some reason, since it's quite unlikely for that to happen, and as for the other thing, obviously, even though we have the same blessing, we have a nature that makes us more related to one than the other. It was easier for me to be able to do something with the power of fire than with that of darkness. With my sister it was the other way around. We felt frustrated for not being able to be equal to the other, but we understood that our bodies handle one side better than the other, and that over time we would lose those limitations. We would just have to be patient, and in the end it happened. Nowadays we are no longer so limited to choosing one side or the other.
What did your parents say or do?
Nothing. They said that the difference in skill was normal for the other, but that we both excelled in our own fields, and that mastering the other field would take time. I noticed how Jalka's face changed for a few seconds to one of excitement.
See? That's the difference.
I instantly understood what she meant. I've seen and read so many stories of parents threatening doctors or monks when their children don't awaken a blessing. For some reason, it's commonplace, and no one has dared to change it. Although I didn't expect what Haruka would say next.
In our case, our parents said, be strong or die. What's the point of having daughters who can't surpass us? Why though we want two daughters if one is going to be weaker than the other?
I'd read and seen these cases before, but hearing them from someone standing in front of me and my classmate is very different. I remained silent for a few seconds until I finally managed to say something. I'm sorry. I didn't know what else to say. That situation even hurt me. I can't imagine what it would be like to have a life like that and be told such horrible things. It's too much. But to my surprise, Jalka started smiling and joking.
But in the end, others died.
There I went blank again and preferred to keep listening. Jalka turned around and walked over to the windows. There are no seats or anything in the class, This is for those who want to come and practice their blessings or start a fight. I already said that fights don't happen that often here, but I meant fights of revenge, hatred, or wanting to kill each other. Here, it's just for training.